Hello, welcome to Messy Magic. I'm your host Nadee Guy and I'm out and about today, so you might be able to hear a little bit of background noise, a little bit different to my normal podcast, but I wanted to take this chance to touch base with you about something today. So welcome. If this is your first episode, you've landed a few days into my PODMAS series, which is my daily podcast leading up to Christmas with little snippets, bits and pieces here and there of season-related things that I think I hope will add some value and maybe elevate your life at this time of the year a little bit. And today I wanted to talk about next year, actually, and planning and goal setting and intention setting. And I've got a couple of resources for you that you might be interested in. If you're anything like me, when it gets to this time of the year, there's kind of a couple of things going on. Obviously, the biggest emphasis is heading into Christmas and the holiday season and school holidays and all those good things and everything that comes along with that. But we also, maybe just in the back of our minds, start to think a little bit about next year and our hopes and dreams for next year, what we want to be different next year, what we want to aim for. And I love starting a new year. I just feel like it's a magical time of year. It's another opportunity to start again and to reset things and to just put some thought into where my life is going and if there's anything that I want to do differently, if there's anything I want to double down on. I just love it. And so this year I'm doing a couple of things a little bit differently. And I've started to get a bit organised earlier, which is unusual for me. Normally I don't really think in much detail about the following year until after Christmas, and I love that period between Christmas and New Year where it's kind of a bit more downtime and things can kind of ease off a little bit. But this year, I'm doing a couple of things differently. Now, the first thing I want to mention is that tomorrow I'm actually signed up to Steph Crowder is someone that I follow. She has a podcast and I follow her Instagram. And she has this program or this workshop called Year on the Wall. She's been doing it, I hear, for I think about 6 years. I've never done it before, and to be honest, I didn't intend to do it this year. But a couple of things happened, which is too much detail for this short podcast. But basically, I felt the call to sign up for this workshop. So I'm going to be doing it. It's going to go for like 2 hours plus, I think. And basically, I mean, my understanding of it is that we get clear on what our overall kind of goals are in life, and then how we want next year to roll, and then we map out our year on the wall, but it's in post-it notes and it's kind of flexible. So you have goals and you have things that you're working towards, but you also know that things can move around when life happens. So anyway, I wanted to mention that in case you were interested, because I've got a feeling it's going to be a good one. You can check it out at yearonthewall.com. And if you're hearing this after the 4th or the 5th of December, I think you can still buy it, or you can still access it. You just won't get the live access to it. But it's at like 3 a.m. our time in Australia anyway. So if you're Australian, or in Australia like me, you might not want to go to the live class anyway, so you'll get the recording. So yeah, I wanted to mention that one. I'm not an affiliate or anything. I just think that it might be a good one to do, and I wanted to mention it. Now, the second resource is one that I actually created a few weeks ago, and I have mentioned it on the podcast before, but in talking about planning for next year, I wanted to mention it again. Now, this one is a recorded audio, so you get the MP3 basically. You can go to nadiguy.co/intentions, and I'll put the link in the podcast show notes. But it's a 30 odd minute recorded session, and it's a combination of meditation and journaling. And I take you through a bit of a visualization of what is important to you and how you would be living if you were living in alignment with what's important to you. And basically we use that vision to set some intentions for the following year. I am a fan of intentions as opposed to sort of hard and fast goals, for a number of reasons. But basically this session is all about setting overarching intentions in alignment with the kind of life that you want to be living. And then once you've got those intentions, you're free to set goals if you want to, and get more specific and set up an action plan and all those kinds of good things, habits. But this is just about getting clear on your intentions. And I did this session for myself a couple of weeks ago and ended up with the goal is to have 2 intentions, one professional and one personal, to guide you through the next season of your life, whether that be a year or a season or whatever phase you're entering. It doesn't have to be the new year. And I set them up as wallpapers on my phone, and I can have them at different times of the day depending on what I'm doing, given one is work related and one is more personal. And I have found it really supportive just to remind me of the kind of life that I want to live and the kind of core intention that's going to bring me closer to that life. If I want to be that woman, that person that I am visualizing, this is my core intention for my personal life, and this is my core intention for my professional. So it's a fairly deep session, I would say, but the outcome is quite simple. You end up with these 2 intentions to guide you, and then how you use those intentions is up to you. I do intend to set goals for next year, but my guiding light, my main focus is going to be these 2 intentions. So again, you can get that at nadiguy.co/intentions, and I really hope that you will take a look at it. If you do, let me know how you go. I'd love to hear. And that's really all I've got for you today. I want to keep these relatively short. So I hope this is supportive. Let me know what you think. If you go to Steph Crowder's Year on the Wall, let me know as well. Also let her know that I sent you. Again, I'm not an affiliate for that, but I just think it's fun to kind of know how we're all connected. So I will leave it at that today. I'll be with you again tomorrow. And in the meantime, I hope you have the most magical day.